Hello and welcome back to another episode of GMAT Friday with IMS International. If you follow this series, you already know me. This is Abhishek Dey, and in this series, we discuss a question every Friday. The question can be from the quant, verbal, or the DI section. The question of the week is problem solving question. As always, pause the video, give it a try, and then resume to see the solution. I hope you were able to solve this question. If not, let's try it together. If x and y are positive integers greater than 1 such that x minus y and x by y are both even integers, which of the following numbers must be non-prime integers? X, x plus y and y by x. So we are talking about positive integers and even integers. That means we are going to deal with odds and evens. So it is given that x minus y is even and x by y is also even. Now, can I say that my x and y can either be odd or even? So let's check all the possibilities of odds and evens. Now, there is one possibility where x is odd and y is odd. One possibility where x is odd and y is even. X even, y odd, x even and y even. Right. Now, if x is odd, y is odd, x minus y is definitely going to be an even integer. Odd minus odd is even. But what about x by y? X by y is not going to be an even integer. That means this is not going to help us to get to the solution. Let's go ahead. X odd, y even, x minus y. Odd minus even is definitely not an even integer. Odd by even is also not going to give us an even integer. Even this is also not going to help us to get to the solution. Let's go ahead with even and odd, where x is even, y is odd, x minus y is not going to be an even integer, and even by odd is going to be an even integer, right? So again we have one cross. That means this statement will also not help us to, or this possibility will also not help us to get to the solution. Let's try the last possibility, even and even. Even minus even is an even integer, absolutely correct, and even by even can give us an even integer. The only possibility that will help us to get to the solution is both even and even, where x is also even, y is also even. So let's write it down. X is even, y is also even. It is also given that x by y is even. Can I say that my x is going to be some even times y? Now it is given that y is also even. Can I write x is going to be the product of two even numbers? Now each of these two numbers are going to have a multiple of 2, a factor of 2. That means we have two 2's for x as a factor. That means, can I say that x is going to be a multiple of 4? Now if x is a multiple of 4, every multiple of 4 is a non-prime integer. That means this is true. If x is even, y is even, x plus y is definitely going to be an even integer, which is going to be more than 2. That means x plus y is also going to be a non-prime integer. But what about y by x? Let's understand. If x by y is even, then x by y can either be 2, 4, 6, 8 or something like that. What about y by x? Y by x is going to be 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 8 and so on. So y by x is not even an integer. How can we talk whether the number is going to be a non-prime integer or a prime integer? That means this option is false. The only option out of these 5 options which is correct is D, both 1 and 2. I hope you understood the solution. Now let's try to understand the question that I gave you in the last video. I asked you to find all the odd factors or the number of odd factors of 45,000. So the prime factorization of 45,000 is 2 raised to the power 3, 3 raised to the power 2 and 5 raised to the power 4. Now the only power of 2 that will help us to get an odd factor is 2 raised to the power 0. Every other power of 2 will give me an even number or an even factor. Every power of 3 will give me an odd factor. At the same time, all powers of 5 are also going to give us an odd factor. That means I have 1 entry from the first column, 3 entries from the second column, and 5 entries from the third column. That makes a total of 15 factors. So I have a total of 15 odd factors for 45,000. I hope you understood the solution. If you like it, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more such insights. Till then, bye bye. Keep studying.